Hello there. France delivers 12 more Caesar howitzers to Ukraine. This was announced by French Defense Minister Sébastien Lecornu on Tuesday during a visit by his Ukrainian counterpart Alexei Reznikov to Paris. France has already delivered 18 of these howitzers to Ukraine and has now freed up tens of millions of euros for the maintenance of the guns, as Lecornu said. In addition, Ukraine is to receive a GM200 air surveillance radar and fuel supplies from France. France will also ensure the training of 2,000 Ukrainian soldiers in France by the summer. The minister also announced that 150 French soldiers would be sent to Poland to join Polish soldiers in training 600 Ukrainian fighters. The French defense minister said nothing about a possible delivery of battle tanks or combat aircraft. He referred to the previously announced delivery of French AMX-10RC reconnaissance tanks. There is speculation about the delivery of Mirage 2000 fighter jets, though. In principle, nothing is forbidden, said President Emmanuel Macron on Monday, without initially taking a clear position. CESA stands for Camion équipé d'un système d'artillerie, and I will talk about this a bit, and of course I have some stats from the manufacturer Nexter for you today in this video as well. And on the stats we start with the dimensions. The combat weight is 32 tons, the length is 12 meters 30, the height is 3 meters 10, the width is 2 meters 80, and it's air transportable with an A400, an Ilyushin 76 or a C-17. Then we have mobility. It has a 8x8 chassis, a central tire inflation system. The road speed is 90 km per hour. The off-road speed is 50 km per hour. It has a road range of 600 km, a forward slope of 40%, a side slope of 30%. It has up to 1.20 meter fording and a trench crossing of 2 meters. And then we talk about survivability. It has a counter battery with 6 rounds and scoot in less than 2 minutes. And it has a protected cap. It's up to level 3 against ballistic and up to level 2 against mines. And it is IED protected. And there are options for secondary armament, smoke dischargers, IED, electronic countermeasures, and so on. And then we have to talk about the firepower. It has a combat-proven 155mm ordnance. The rate of fire is 6 rounds per minute. The range is more than 40 kilometers with ERFB, more than 50 kilometers with RAP. The onboard ammunition is up to 36 complete rounds. The shell loading is automatic or semi-automatic, and the charge loading is semi-automatic. The elevation range is up to 1200 milliseconds. It's an automatic and hydraulic powered laying. The laying and relaying between each round is no problem. Elevation range is up to 1300 milliseconds or 73 degrees. The traverse range is 30 degrees and it has an ammunition capability of 39 or 52. It's NATO standard and the ERFB round is a smart ammunition like Bonus or Speedo. It has a thermal camera for direct firing. The range in direct fire is up to 2000 meters and there's an in and out action in time less than 60 seconds. There's a crew from 5 to 3 men. It has an inertial navigation system for land navigation and for the gun laying. It has a muzzle velocity radar, a ballistic computer that's adaptable to any fire control system. And so there's a lot of stuff in there. Compared to the old Cold War field artillery, the guns are computer controlled, more accurate and have a higher rate of fire and range, and they are more mobile. Once fired, the enemy can pinpoint the turret's location precisely. Caesar is then already away, the return fire is in vain. Towed field artillery must be dismantled again and hung behind a tractor or something. With a well-trained operator, this can be done in a few minutes, but it's still a serious disadvantage. And a Ukrainian commander confirms this nowadays. He told AFP the weapon is helping make Ukraine's defense more agile. Above all, the system is very maneuverable and mobile, he said. Next, Caesar howitzers have been used in combat in Afghanistan, Iraq and Mali. Being mounted on the truck makes it far more maneuverable than a self-propelled howitzer. Despite being 10 meters long, the 6x6 trucks weigh only 19.5 tons and can therefore be moved by plane. Although the engine has only 245 horsepower, they can reach a speed of 50 kilometers off-road and 100 kilometers on the road. I was talking about the 8.8 earlier, don't forget that. The next generation has a more powerful engine, a more armored cabin and some anti-mine protection. That's the 8x8 I was talking about. The chassis can move the gun independently over long distances and the range is 600 kilometers. A tracked vehicle, on the other hand, is a diva. It wants to be driven on a trailer for longer distances, and in motion it always requires attention and maintenance. Maintenance and costs for the chassis are much lower than for a tracked vehicle. It can be assumed that the future belongs to the truck gun. Because of the size of the cannon, a modular system is conceivable, but complicated. Then the cannon and its technology would be mounted on the floor of a standard container. It could then be placed on any truck frame. The crew consists of 3 to 5 soldiers, as I said, and in 60 seconds the cannon is ready for action. Then they can fire 6 155 caliber millimeter shells in such a way that they hit their target at the same time, and the truck can be moving again 40 seconds after the last shot. The speed and the range of the system results in a great effect on the battlefield. And 12 Caesars have already been delivered, and Macron has promised 6 more. After all, the reputation is so great that Russian accounts have already circulated manipulated images intended to show captured howitzers. The Caesar can be used on truck platforms 6x6 and 8x8 or larger, and France was the first user on a 6x6 chassis. Other users or current test nations are India, Brazil, Indonesia, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, Thailand, Denmark, Morocco, and now also the Czech Republic and the Ukraine. And if you want to learn more about military technology, you'll find my next video right here in the end screen. I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.